everybody, welcome back. Another edition of Garden Walk. I try to do these every couple weeks. It's been about 3-4 weeks since I've done one. So we're gonna go through, see how the garden's progressing, everything we got going in the yard. So right here we got our Tachi soft tomatoes. As y'all can see from last time, they done blowed up. We've got a million of them in there. They are looking really big, good. We're gonna have plenty of tomatoes here to do sauce with. All of those are in our 55-gallon drum with our Master Blend hydroponic solution. If y'all ain't doing that, y'all should definitely check out Master Blend. Go in there for the stuff for the hydroponic solution. Look like we got them starting to ripen up already. Got one in there. They're starting to ripen up already. So that's a good thing. And when we get them, we don't make sauce all at once. We collect them all. We take them inside. What we do, we take the skins off of them. So we put them in some boiling water for about 2-3 minutes and put them in an ice water bath and peel the skins off of them. Then we stick them in a gallon size Ziploc bag and stick them in our freezer. We do that. We don't make sauce until like after the growing season's over with. Usually like October or so, that's when we're making sauce. But we make so much sauce and everything else that we have plenty to last us. But that's what all of these are right here. And that's just one type of sauce tomato we got. We got 2 other ones that we use. That one right there, that was put in about 2-3 weeks later. So he's behind. As you see for the spots on him, that's because we've had so much rain. It's been ridiculous. We had no rain, went from no rain to all kinds of rain. All it does is rain. But we got strawberries right here. The mom strawberries, they're still putting on some here and there. All this rain keeping them going, so we picked a few that we got when we got them. Over here is our herb bed. All different types of herbs we use and stuff. Got our laying hens in there, so our laying hens, so they eat off of it. It's good for them, good for us. Had a couple extra cucumber plants left over that I grew, so stuck them in these double baskets, hanging baskets, see how they do. Starting to go ahead and starting to run out now, so I don't know if they'll cling to this fence or not, but we'll find out. Sophie, what are you doing?
Yeah, the one behind us. Here.
Yep, looking good. Over here is what's left of our zucchini and squash. The dead squash worm boards have gotten to them because it got so hot so fast. We didn't get a break. You can see in this one, they really got into this one and stuff. They're still alive, still trying to put out some. We got some over here trying to put out. Another little zucchini there coming, so we're getting a few here and there, but the squash worm boards come in and really took them out. We got one here we're gonna pick right here. Watch out, Sophie. Got one right here that we're gonna get off the vine. Gonna pick it. I don't like them when they get too big, so we're gonna pick him. That plant there has got a bunch more coming onto it, so hopefully we'll get some more off of them. If not, we're gonna be replanting them this fall when it cools off a little bit more and the bug pressure ain't as bad. So that's what we'll be doing with those. Here's another one of our sauce tomatoes. This is our San Marjans. This is an heirloom version we got right here. So this thing here will grow and keep putting on these things until the frost kills it. And there's a gazillion on in there, and they're starting to turn already too. So won't be long. We'll have more sauce tomatoes you can think of. And these cages we got them in. The cages are these are 7-foot cages right here, and these things will grow all the way to the top of it and come back out. Like I say, it keeps going until the frost kills it, and it keeps continually put them on. And like my tomatoes, like our tomatoes I have in my dirt barrels, I take those and I every 2 weeks, basically, once a month. There's a right one in there right now. Pick that one. Oh. There's an example of one of them right there. What they look like. If you like making sauces, and everything, this is what you need to grow. These San Marjans. Add them in with everything else. They are really, really good. Really good. So we'll put that one in the barrel. Got that one going. But like I said, I fertilize mine every other week. I use a garden tone fertilizer. Put that in there. I put a little bone meal and work it into the dirt, and then go ahead and let it go. That way it keeps them good and fed, because they're heavy feeders on these things. So let's roll in the greenhouse. See what we got in here. As I can see, we already got tomato. This is our Siberian tomato. It's a new one we got this year. And good for the greenhouse. So we put it in, looking good. We're gonna put this one in there. I see several of them in here. Oh, we got, get there. Whoa. So we got several of them in here. There's 3 of them. Get around this side and look at it. I see some zucchini too. We'll get this one also. Don't be afraid to pick them when they look like this. They look like that. Don't be afraid to pick them. You don't have to let them get ripe on the vine. You can stick them in the windowsill somewhere, or like we did, we'll take them in we got a big brown paper bag. We'll take them, put them in there, and roll it up. And the gases it takes off when it ripens, it just gets trapped in there. And they turn real fresh, nice, pretty tomato. So that's another tip. We got our zucchini in here. As you can see, they're going crazy. We got a couple in here need to go. I ain't bring my little knife with me, but we're gonna twist them all. These are self-pollinating zucchini. That's why we grow them in the greenhouse. We grow them over the fall and the winter. That way, because you know, there's nothing to pollinate them. You don't have to hand pollinate them, and they're really good. So put that in there. We got a big one over here. Good God. Get that one off. Yeah, that's a big one right there. I've been working all weekend, so I ain't been out here checking on everything. So yeah, that's why we're going on picking as we go. But that's a nice one right there. Working on back in here, see what else we got. Yeah, I can see some more zucchini down in there. Great. That's another big one. Look at that bad boy. Yes, sir. Nice one right there. See, we got that too. I think we might be alright. Got one back, dude. Let that one slide for right now. We'll need to pick that one. Alright. Then we got our cucumber that we growing here. There's a Boston pickler. I usually don't let them get that big, but as y'all know, cucumbers, if you grow them, they grow big overnight, man. So, but I try to pick them. Every couple of days come in here. We got some of our, there's our Dragon Soyos. This is our favorite cucumber right here. It's a hybrid version of the Soyo Long heirloom cucumber. This Dragon Soyo, this thing is the best tasting. We use it for everything. Eating, making pickles, you name it. This thing is great. I mean, no matter how big they grow, they don't sour like another average cucumber one. They won't sour out. They still keep the flavor. So really, really good. Let me see through here. We got one. I think we got one right there. We can get another one we can get right there. Let's see what else we got. Here. This is the size I like to get my Boston pickles. That size just a little bit bigger. Mama sees one, I don't see it yet. There we go. There's another one. Right there. We like making cucumber salad with these things. Take about 3/4 cups of vegetable oil, 3/4 cup of vinegar, about a cup and a half of sugar, mix it all together. Put that in there, slice them cucumbers up with some onions and pour it in there. Let them sit. Man, you talking about good? But I think that's all of them on this side. We'll wrap around the other side, see what's on there. I see 1 or 2 on that other side we can get. We'll roll on back here. But that's what's left of our iceberg lettuce. And get in here, do a little weeding, get these last few iceberg lettuces out of here, and that'll be it for them until it cools down a little bit further. Got our jalapeno right here. This thing's been in here for over a year in the greenhouse. I bring them in here in the fall, and that's, I mean, you see this thing keeps on going. It'll get big, grow up out of the cage. We'll trim them back. So like the more we trim it back, the bushier it gets, and the more fruit it puts on. As you can see, we got plenty of them in there we need to get right now. I'm gonna work our way around. Got our other Siberian tomato here. Yeah, I see a couple on that thing. There's a pretty one. pretty one right there. Put that one in the book. Put that one in the crate. These ones grew a lot bigger and bushier than the one we got outside. I got one outside that I put out there to see how it would do outside, and it's nowhere near as big and bushy as this thing. But I think that was the only one on there. Right here is our cayenne pepper. Right here, as you can see, this is a dragon cayenne. Put some nice cayenne. We let them get, you know, red. Here's a smaller one that's turned red. Right here. We use those for all our cayenne pepper flakes. Grind up, dry them out, grind them up. Looks real good. And this plant here, like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks ago, I cut this thing back because it was bushed out, overhanging, touching the ground. I cut it back. As you can see, where I cut it back, all the regrowth that comes out of them. Right, these piece ends where I've cut them back. They got regrow. Look, it got regrow. Putting on more blooms. Just like cutting. Some people say don't cut your peppers back. Yeah, these plants here are proof that cutting your pepper back really helps. Yeah, right here. This here is our cherry stuffer. Sweet. It's a sweet pepper. As you can see, this thing is loaded down, folks. I mean loaded. They're everywhere in here. We got to get in. I'm not gonna pick these right now. That's gonna take a minute. So I pick them. I'm gonna trim this thing back. Let's get to the point where I need to trim it back again. But we're gonna come back in here later and get these picked out. These make great stuffing peppers. Like take that top out, pour it out, put some sour cream, put some of the tiny breadcrumbs, paint where you want. Wrap it in bacon. You don't have to wrap it in bacon. Put it up in bacon. Man, you're talking about really good addition to your dinner. Roll on out. This side, so we had all our lettuce all fall and all winter. But down this whole side, we had a variety of different types of lettuce and stuff in here. We were eating salad all winter long, but I got it there. I got the dirt up there. I need to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get in here and get this bed redone, turn it, and get everything. Add more dirt and stuff into it, and some mushroom compost. Get it ready for this fall when we plant in here. Go down this side. This cucumber here. What we got? I know I saw one or two over here. Yep, there's one up top. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. Oh, we got a tomato I didn't see right there. On this back side, right there. One we can put in the bag and get it turned. Put that in there. All right. Work our way out of here. See, that's another San Marjan we got right there. Another San Marjan. Sauce tomato. This is two more of those cucumbers I had left over. I had a barrel with no top on it, so I just got a piece of wood, covered it up, put some of the Master Blend hydroponic in. We're gonna let it run on down, so you can see running on down this fence here. Take them off. We're gonna see how it does down here. Right now, right here is that other Siberian that we stuck outside. As you can see, that puts on a lot bigger tomatoes out here. The ones out here, it's in the dirt outside. It puts a lot bigger tomatoes on. They ripen up faster, but as you can see, the plant size, it's just, it looked like it got disease and everything, and it's still putting on tomatoes, putting on new blooms. So I'm just letting it go. And say this is the first year I grew these, so try them out. Especially for the greenhouse in the wintertime, because that's what they're supposed to be real good for. Now in here is our corn. As you can see, it's all tousled out, got silts on it. I gotta get me some BT and get ready to come in here and spray these down, because the earworms are terrible down here. They will tear the top of your corn up. I don't care how beautiful it is, they'll tear it up. Again, there's nothing you can do to stop them. But as you can see on this right here, this is a single row right here. That's what traditional people planted. I only had a single row right here because I ran out of room, but normally I planted like I do over here. I planted double row. I got 2 rows of corn there spaced about 8-10 inches apart, and then I spaced the rows out about 30 inches from the next one. But yeah, the rows are 8 to 10 inches apart, and you space your corn out about 6 inches apart. And plant double row, you get better pollination, but your productivity is way higher. And it actually helps like when wind and stuff get in there, don't blow your corn around as much, and it's a lot easier to pick. And I've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years, and quite frankly, that's the only way I plant corn. The only way I will ever plant corn. Let me grab this up. Crate getting heavy now. This thing here is an early girl tomato. I've grown them before, but only grown them in the dirt. This is the first year I put them in the barrel with the Master Blend solution, and this thing has gone crazy. They have never grown this big. So I only put a cage this size on it because they've never gotten any bigger than that. But this one this year in this solution has gone ballistic, and there's plenty of them in there. They don't get these tomatoes. They don't get a big tomato, but they're really good tasting. There's a million of them in there. Oops, I'm sorry. And see, they're in there everywhere, so it won't be long. They'll be filling up. And the whole tops up here, these tops are just loaded with different ones. It's crazy. Here's all our peppers right here. All our sweet peppers. I got some in the hydroponic solution. First time I'm doing that. I've always grown them into barrels in the dirt, but this year I'm doing them in the hydroponic solution, and they're rolling good. Got an eggplant. We got our eggplant right here. We've got a couple of eggplants off it. That one actually can come off here shortly. Might go and snap that one off now because it don't look like it's gonna get much bigger. Look like something got into it, like the birds. Yep, looks like the birds then got into it. Or from, and then we'll feed that to the chickens. But this pepper here is dying. Look like it's dying. But I've never grown them in the solution, so I picked it, pulled it out of the thing to check the roots on it to see how the roots growth is. And I've done it with tomatoes, but never done them. But I've done it with this one, and since then it has not. They don't look good. So we'll see what happens if it stays, it comes back, or what it does, or what it don't. What do you want? You can't have none of that stuff. I see something down there that you want. I got something down here that you want. Come on. She think we're gonna give her something. Come here, Phil. You want a treat? All right, y'all. Watch out. This is our Jasper cherry tomato. This is the only cherry tomato we grow. We only grow one because it puts on so many. And this thing is a 10-foot cage. And this thing grows out the top of this 10-foot cage, comes all the way back down to the ground like a weeping willow. But let Mama show you before I pick them here. As you can see, we got some pretty red ones in there. That's a cluster. That's what they look like right there. Nice, pretty clusters. And there's a million of these things on there, everywhere. And this thing puts on so many. I mean, we fill those gallon-sized Ziploc bags up with ease and hand them out to the neighborhood. I mean, because the kids love them. Just pick them and eat them. But we gonna pick a couple of them right now and try them out. There you go, Mama. Come on. You know she want one. She just don't give them. Selfie. There you go. I'm a treat. All right, treat. There you go. Yeah, Selfie loves them. Don't tell me you ain't gonna eat it, because you eat them any other time. There you go. I'm gonna say, come on now. Oh Lord, that things are good.
You didn't throw it up to her.
I didn't throw it up to you. Ready? Gonna catch it. Gonna catch it. Right? Right? Good girl. There you go, Mama. No. They're really good. Good Lord. Tell you, that's a Jasper. It's an heirloom too. Just keep the seeds. We'll take one or two and keep the seeds off of it and grow them every year. Good. No, Joe, shoot. All right, come down here. We got our slicing tomatoes down here. A couple of them. This is our Bella Rosa right here. It's good. This is a really good sliced tomato. Get this one from Hall's Tools. They got some really good seeds for them. You check them out, the hot seeds. You can't go wrong with those. But you see them big old slicing tomato. This is a new one we're growing this year called a Cherokee Carbon. And as you can see, they put on some big tomatoes. We had a couple of them that were a lot bigger, but somebody stole them for some fried green tomatoes. So that's were really good, very, very good. But we got two of those growing down here. And won't be long, they'll be getting right. I can't wait to try them out, put them on the daggone tomato sandwich. You see, there goes some big tomatoes so far. All right, we're gonna head into the garden, see what we got. Headed to our big garden. We got some acorn squash growing right here. Let me check this one. Nope, still ain't ready. As you can see, there's a bunch of them in here. They're getting there. They're almost ready. They're turning that tan color, so it's almost getting there. They're all over the place. On the true test of these things to see if they're ready or not, you take your fingernail. I'll get this one out. Let me pop this thing out. Get your fingernail. You take and just press your fingernail against it. If it makes it indent like that, it's not ready yet. That's the thing what it does. If you can make a little mark in the skin, it's not ready. Whew. But we got them growing everywhere here. Everywhere. They're all over the place. And we got we got cabbage growing in the middle. Got cabbage plants all growing down the middle. One's on the end here, damn rabbit got a hold of. But as you can see, we got it growing up our trellis there. So far, so good. There's a bunch of them in there, and we're gonna have plenty of them for the fall. And I see some of these cabbage here. We're gonna be popping the heads up, pop a couple of these heads out this week. Cause look how big them things are. Good Lord, they have grown. My God, them things are blowed up. We're gonna have some. I know we're having for dinner one night this week. Fried cabbage. Might be tonight. We got to figure it out. We got some cantaloupes growing right here. Got cantaloupes here. Another plant here. Look like the damn rabbit been in here. I'm gonna kick him. Fucking find. I can catch his butt. Then we got a couple more back there growing. What'd you find, Toby? Is it hot? Down here. All right, watch out, boo. All right, watch out. Whatever. On the other side of this trellis, we got some of our Dragon Soho. Now these are what they look. These are some nice ones right here. These are some nice ones. So get on my feet, boo. Very rarely tell you guys, this is the best. If you eat like cucumbers, you like good flavor. That right there, I'm telling you, I've had them all. That's the best flavored ones right there, by far. Yeah, they're all over the place over here. What else we got? Man, we'll have a full crate time we get back to the house. All right, let me slide in here, huh? Get some right there. Good Lord, look at that. Bang. We have got a ton of them growing. Good Lord. Some on this side too. I might be able to get them all on one trip. Alright, there we go. I think that's all of them. Goodness gracious. Well, get through here. Now, as you can see, these things are ton. These things keep these good. These are good cucumbers. They grow good. They take the heat well. Because down here in South Carolina, they get hot in the hill. Like today, we've had enough rain and it's humid as hell. I'm sweating my butt on. So, oh, excuse me. She gave me my tips. But like, get cucumbers. You trying to make pickles or something? You don't get enough to make a batch of pickles. Take your cucumbers, put them in a big bowl of water. Just put them in your fridge every 3 or 4 days. Go out there and change the water out on them. They'll stay nice, good, for just like you just picked them for good 2 weeks or more. That way, it gives you enough time to accumulate enough to make a good batch of cucumbers. So that's a tip for you there. Here's another shot of a corn. As you see, it's toss it out. Really good. Got the good silk, got the silks coming out into it. So it's definitely time for me to get the BT and spray. Spray these things down real good. But so you can see the double row we got going on. See, it's a double row. And over there, I take a line of soaker hose, put it right down in the middle of both rows, and that's how I water them. Unless it, if it don't rain, that's what we do. I ain't had to do much watering here lately because all it does is rain. So, but that's an Ambrose sweet corn, and that we've grown different variety of corn. That right there has become our favorite. So it freezes well, stores good, and it grows great. All right. Oh God, hopefully never. Here we go. Woo. I'll leave this right here. Oh my God. Whew, that's a lot. All right. This trellis, you can see growing up, making a good canopy. This is our Christmas bean lima. This is about the only lima bean we found that we can grow in South Carolina that the heat don't kill. We try to grow traditional ones. They'll get pretty plants, and then all of a sudden it gets blazing hot, burns up. Don't work. But as you can see, they got plenty pods on them. And these aren't your typical green lima. They're more of like a brown, red, and white swirl looking thing. They are really good. You can pick them when they fill out like this. They fill out. You can pick them then, shuck them out, can them. Or we like to wait till it gets nice and brown. These dry out, and we come in here and pick the dried out ones and take the beans out. Then we put them in the hydrator and hydrate them down and put them in vacuum seal bags. and that's how we store ours. So either way will work. But if you in the South and you have a hard time growing lima beans, look up Christmas tree llamas. They grow perfectly well. All right, these are our string beans. And I hope it stops raining because we're gonna have to pick these things here shortly. You don't pick strawberries when strawberry string beans when it's wet, but yeah, they're in there. They're ready to go. I can tell you right now. Look at there. Look in there. Yep, look at those. So we need to get some dry weather here. We can go ahead and pick them bad boys. And saying that's 2 double rows right there. So yeah, should get a good mess out of that for sure. And those are your top crop string beans. They're heirloom also, so you get what you can, save some, save the seeds, grow them again next year. Same thing with the Christmas tree llamas. They're heirloom also. Save a couple of seeds enough for you to plant next year. You're good to go. Oh, let's roll on out. Good, great. All right, Duffy, you coming? All right, we'll go down here and check out our onions. We got them down here drying. We got our red candies in the back there, drying out. They're just about dried out almost. Won't be long. We'll be able to come in here and trim the tops off, trim the roots off, bag them up, put them inside. We have our red Creoles right here, growing. Drying. And I just put this rack in here. These are our yellow candy. I just got them out. I knocked all had a few. The tops are starting to fall, so I just went and took them over, knocked them over like Friday. So I've let them sit all weekend in the ground, just knocked over, and then I just come in here today, just pulled them out, and put them over here. And over there we got a few of our new version we're growing, which is called a blush. It's a cross between a red candy and a yellow candy. So for some reason, they last a lot longer. Their bulbing time takes a lot longer than the rest of these because they're still going. But as you can see, we got plenty of onions. We can walk up in the hill from the yard here. Oh, get this crazy. Good straight. This bed here, we had all our beets in. We've already pulled those out and canned them all up. And when we get done with our beds, we put a flour mixture we put in here. Good for your hummingbirds, all your pollinators. The bees like it, the butterflies like it. So we draw all the hummingbirds in here. Real good. We'll put it in all our beds. Like this is where we had some onions we pulled up. So we're gonna get up once all these onions are out. Like these are the blush, and they're still going. They're still bulbing. They're not even trying to fall over yet. So as you can see, they're looking really good. So once all they're done, I'll go ahead and take this whole bed, pull the weeds out, redo it all over again, and that's we'll plant all that in that flour mixture also. And over here, I'm gonna drop this off right here. Right there, no more. All right. We have what's left of our carrots. Letting the flour go to seeds so we can get the seeds off of them for next year. Well, actually for this fall, we replant this fall. So that's what those are. We got our radish that we grow. We let one of them go to seed every year. That's these pods. You take these pods out, let them dry out, and that's what you got your seeds right inside right there. So get them, put them. You can replant next year. That's what's left. There's some more of those blush. I need to finish out the bed because I had some of the yellow candy up the end of that one and this one. So I had to fill this bed, so I had some blush left over, so I put the blush in here. They're still going. This was our spinach bed. We had our spinach in, and well, it's done. It got hot, going to seed. So go ahead and put that wildflower mixture in. That's something from the seeds that were left in the bed from last year. Just come up on their own. They got orange ones. I think we got a pink one over there. Yeah, they come up pink ones. There's other couple flowers that grows into it. Really good mixture. You can get it from Burpee. I have ordered some new spinach seeds. I just ordered this morning. It's for for like, should be for like summertime, like hot pollinators, like a New Zealand spinach and Malamar spinach. So I got them coming. We're gonna try them out. So we'll be putting them in something here shortly. See how they do. See if it'll grow here in South Carolina, because it get hotter than hell down here. Tell you. I'll go this way. That's another one of our Cherokee carbons right here. We got it in the water solution, and you can see the size difference between this and the one that's in the dirt. Anything we've grown that Master Blend water solution, you feel like better than them. They just blow it. They're just way bigger plants. They put on a lot bigger fruit too. So, but you only want to put your determinants in them, like your determinant tomatoes. You don't want to put heirlooms. We've done heirlooms before. It works. I mean, you have to continuously come back and keep checking on the water to make sure you don't run out of water, because you can do heirlooms, but like I say, when the water, like if it gets down, you don't want to fill it all the way up because you drown your roots out and kill the plant. You only want to fill it up halfway, back up with the water, and add some more solution to it. So you can do it. I've done it. So this here is another sauce tomato we're growing. It's a new one this year. It's called Saucy Lady, and as you can see, they're very prolific. Very, very prolific. We got these from free seeds. I ordered some seeds from seeds and such, and they always send you some free seeds. So this is the free seeds they sent me. So I said we'll try them out. We got 5 seeds. 3 of the seeds come up. So we put all 3 of them in the water solution, and they're rolling on. I mean, they're packed to the hilt. Every one of them just packed down. So that's just another smell. If they taste good and everything, might be one I'll continue to grow from here for the rest of the time I'm in here. So that's where the meat chickens were. Last video I showed y'all the meat chickens. Well, we processed all of them already. They in the freezer now. So this here is my watermelon. This is a new watermelon grown this year. It's an orange seedless watermelon. So we're trying that. It's supposed to be real good. I got it from Hoss Tools. Also, they rave about it. Said it's great. When they've grown it last year, and they grew it again this. They're growing it again this year to see how good the flavor is and everything. And seedless, so that should be good. So we're gonna try it out. Hopefully they taste good. Because if not, I might be in trouble with the kids in the neighborhood. They might be at my door trying to beat me up. Yep, my daughter might be mad at me too, but she likes watermelon. I swear, I like watermelon. So I'm hoping it turns out good. If not, I might be in some serious trouble, people. I might be. But so far, it's going along pretty good. I've seen some small ones on the other side. I haven't really looked in here. Pretty small ones, but I know there's 1 or 2 on that other side. Because the main plant itself is right there. That's where the main plant. There's 3 plants. You got your watermelon that you want, the seedless watermelon. Then because they're a seedless, they gotta have a pollinator, so they give you a sangria. Also, so you gotta have, so you got 1 pollinator seed to 3 regular seeds. So you always start them in cups. You want to get them started in cups, but you make sure you get your pollinator to come up along with it. So yeah, I got 3 of those with the 1 pollinator. So we will find out what happened. But there's some smaller ones on the other side. I've seen them already trying to grow. What doing? These here are Boxcar Willies. They're the heirloom tomato. We grow them every year. They're a great tasting tomato. I mean, just the flavor on them, they're really good. We put them in everything. We put them in our sauces, everything. We put them in everything we make. But there's a few, they're starting to change down there. You got some of the bottom on this side, they're starting to change over. Just a matter of time, getting that time for these tomatoes to start changing. Pretty soon we'll have tomatoes coming out of our foot. But they're, like I say, they're heirlooms, so save seeds from them. Grow them every year. I know a lot of people in the South said they have issues growing heirlooms. The secret to growing the heir, like tomatoes and stuff, because they talk about disease and everything. The secret is to grow a bunch of them. Like you're gonna grow these for the first time, I'd say grow 10, because you might get 3 to survive out through the year. And out of those 3, that's when you get your seeds off of. And every year, save seeds and seeds, they just get acclimated to the area, so you don't have to worry about it. After that, they're good to go. But that's the thing for in the South, for like growing like heirloom tomatoes, or I mean, basically, if you have any trouble with them, that's kind of the secret to growing them. That we found anyway. But they put on, they're really good. They look like they got disease in them, but they're not. This is what these plants do. They spot up and everything, but I just trim them as it gets going. I trim them up. So they got another one in there turning right there. So as they get going more, after the fruits finish up, I just trim off the bottom leaves and let it keep going. And I'm saying these things continue to grow. It'll continue to grow and put on all the way through to the frost. Yep, there's some little. There we go. I know I saw one over here. There's one of the watermelons right there growing. putting on. I know I saw one over here the other day. Hey, of course, I got fence up. You think you climb the fence, stain the fence? Nope. That thing coming over taking over half the yard problem. But, and lastly, we got what's left of our lettuce out here. So far, it's been hanging on. So, but along here, it's gonna burn. It's gonna be done because of the heat and everything. But so far, we're still getting some off of it. So, we're still eating some salad. Can't go wrong with that. If I can find a good salad mix that can take the heat down here, I plan it. But so far, I have not found one. And that's some romaine, some butter crunch. I forget what the red kind's called, but we have there are a couple different varieties we grow in the fall that we grow in the greenhouse that really work. But, well, that's our tour of our garden we got going on so far. So hope y'all enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything, just leave them in the comments. I can get back to you, give you what knowledge I have. So, but again, we'll do this again in a couple weeks. Y'all can see the progress going on. Unless something happens in the garden, y'all need to check it out. We'll pop another one on. But till then, I hope y'all enjoy.